Bonjour everyone, Pantoufleee here today for a new video in which we're going to take a look at my most damaged replay of 2022. Of course, you're about to say, well, it's only the beginning of the year. And yes, and it's quite encouraging because this game was kind of good with a great outcome that you're going to see, obviously, at the end of the video. So we have the pleasure of playing the T100 Light, the new Russian light tank, and I know I'm being a little bit obsessed with it as I did 3 videos in the span of maybe 1 or 2 weeks since it's released, but it's kind of a good tank, and as I don't have as much time as I did before when I was still a student to play the game, I kind of struggle to play, and therefore the lifespan of pretty much every single tank in my garage, new tanks, is expanded due to the fact that I play less. So well, here we go with our tank. What do you need to know about it? There are several things that are making it good and bad at the same time. An amazing DPM, an amazing mobility, no armor, and a bad gun depression. Which means that with this tank, you are focusing on either positions that are located on flat grounds, like cities and things like that. And if you can't, you're gonna try to find spots from which you can artificially increase your gun depression, such as this one you can see right there. Instead of going here and not having the possibility of shooting the E50M due to my bad gun depression, I'm using this little slope right there in order for my tank to artificially angle, which allowed me to sling my shell on the E50M. This is the kind of things you will have to do with the T100 Light in order to make it effective. Right now, of course, when you can't and you have to run, well, you do run. Just take a look at that poor chase between me and the T57. God bless that this guy's connection must suck, because he completely failed his attack and he could have completely wrecked me, to be honest. But it didn't happen and we're quite happy about it. Now, there are 2 things that we can do. We can either hold our grounds against E50M, FV, etc. But after all, I'm not armored. Or I could try to go somewhere else. And when you go somewhere else, you need to take a look at your map. And I remember when I was playing this game live, right now, I'm thinking, okay, where is the loneliest mofo of the enemies right now? And it was in the town. It's the E100. And I'm like, okay, there is the E100 in town. There is an Object 268 with me. If I push, I shouldn't struggle too much destroying this guy from the back. And well, this is how the magic happens. You are a light tank and you want to use as much of your lightness as possible. So how do we do that? We go in, we circle the E100. It's one of the less mobile tank in the game, so we shouldn't struggle at all doing what we have to do. So there we go, sneaking our shots, having those merciless shots, I should say, on that E100. And now, quite interesting thing, you see that as soon as he's turning on me, I'm trying to get his tracks done. Why did I shoot at the beginning the turret, both sides? Because that's where munitions are located. So I was hoping for an ammo rack. It didn't happen. You can't be lucky all the time. And now all I want to do is trying to destroy the tracks of the E100. It's really important to immobilize it. But I did a mistake. I did a huge mistake here by not circling around. But why did I do that? Because when you take a look at my map, you see that the FV183 is right behind the corner. And if I tried something, well, I would rather take 640 alpha damage than 930 from the FV. But now the FV does the mistake. As he is rear turreted, he needs to show first his hull, allowing us through side scrape to wreck the guy before having to go away. Now we're sitting at 5.2k damage and we still have to deal with 2 tank destroyers. I don't necessarily know anything about them right now. I don't know if they are if they have their full life or not. So what I want to do is using the distance. Distance is my best ally, because after all, I don't have any armor, I have a good DPM, and I have the best view range out of all those tanks. Luckily for me, the FV183 tried some weird-ass shot that allowed me to sneak in another one. But I can't stay here. I can't stay here and I need to move. And I'm thinking, okay, I have 1 chance out of 2 to maybe bounce or at least make the FV405 miss. So what we do right now is we try to sneak a shot on him, trying to track him down in order for us to be able to escape. And now we can go in, and luckily for us, we managed to escape. We are at 6k damage, and the only ally we have right now is the distance. So yeah, we go away as soon as we can, and I have this thing. What is that? Well, we'll see later. I don't have time for this right now. So there we go. No shells of this type, because right now I do not even have enough shells left, at least from my regular and standard ammo. So yeah, we'll have to shoot with gold shell, which is not necessarily a problem because you have more penetration. So can we spot something? Right now, nothing is shown, and I couldn't tell you exactly what and when they will appear. What will appear? When will they appear? Now we have the answer. The EV4005 is in the back. And I count on one thing right now. It's a 2 versus 1, which means that I'm not morally talking the one that needs to push. So I can just sit there, enjoy the show, and wait for them to try something. And well, this is exactly what happened. The EV4005 tried something, the EV was pushing through as well, and as I have the biggest mobility out of all the remaining tanks, all I gotta do is locate myself to another spot right now. I still can get the EV4005, but it's not going to be a problem. I'm gonna take a little haste right now near the church. Maybe I will be able to sneak an HE on that EV4005, and bang, there we go. Luckily for us, he's not using a space ladder. No, not space ladder. Spoil liner. That's the word I was looking for. Spoil. I don't know how we say this. Spoil liner, which allows us to sneak a juicy shot. Can we sneak another one? Yes, we can. Now we need to think. The EV183 probably knows where we are. So we want to bait him into thinking that we're going to try to get him from the left side. As the EV4005 spotted me, I made the EV183 believe that I was going on the left. That's why I tried to do 5 or 6 meters on the left before going back to my original position and attacking from the right. It's one of the greatest tactics when you're using a high mobility tank, and I definitely advise you to try it if you never did. Now you see that the EV was waiting on the wrong side, allowing us kind of to circle him. Unfortunately, well, here things seems to be bad. We're at 7.7k damage, and yeah. I was extremely lucky on this one. Just having to circle the EV183 right now, destroying the guy, and it's over. Quite a lucky end. I should have died. I know. I shouldn't get the victory right there, but hey, sometimes a victory is just having some luck at the end of the battle. And well, that was some good luck that allowed us to do some crazy damage. 8.3k in one game, nearly 300,000 credits, and probably a pissed off EV183 that doesn't understand how these kind of things could happen. And well, that's it for my biggest game for the moment in World of Tank Blitz. Hopefully more will come. And well, if you didn't grind the T100 Light already and you thought that the tank was bad, I hope that this replay will change your mind. I have nothing else to say. I just wanted to highlight this beautiful game that I did yesterday. If you enjoyed, feel free to subscribe, like, and share. And personally, I'm going to see you soon for a new video. Bye.